Hey guys, welcome to the finale of Bachelor Pad. Can you believe it? This crap is finally over. Alright, so the final four couples are Michael and Holly, Casey and Vienna, Graham and Melissa, and Kirk and Ella. Pack your bags, kids. The finale is happening in Vegas. So they take a limousine ride to Vegas, which I'm sure was stocked full of alcohol. Glag, glag, glag. And they show up at Cirque du Soleil show, Ka. They have 24 hours to learn an incredibly scary routine on this big wall that pops up out of the bottom of the stage. And the last place couple, they find out, is going to be eliminated immediately. The routine's only 1 minute long. It's, you know, they have people training them and everything, but Graham is actually peeing down his leg. Well, that's what he said. I didn't see any urine. Michelle is nauseous. Everybody ended up rehearsing all night except Casey and Vienna. Or at least that's how they edited it. The judges, oh boy, they didn't spare any expense. They picked Trista, Jason Mesnick, he is still married, and Allie. She hurt her paw, so Roberto had to carry her out. Alright, Michelle and Graham went first, and they sucked. Ella and Kirk went second, and I think they sucked even more. But then Casey and Vienna went, and they were surprisingly okay. And Holly and Michael went last, and they also were okay. Michael had some weird move where he did like a cartwheel in the air or something, so I guess that was pretty good. The best, of course, was Holly and Michael. The cartwheel move pulled, you know, it worked. But the worst, well, it was Kirk and Ella. So she was really busted up about it, but somebody's got to be eliminated. So essentially, Michael and Holly get to choose who they're taking to the finals with them because the other two couples' votes cancel themselves out because obviously they're voting for themselves. So Casey and Vienna go and plead their case, and they're like, we have like no chance of winning next to you, so pick us. And Graham and Michelle are pretty much like, if you don't pick us, we're going to be pissed off because it's pretty obvious that you're choosing winning over friendship. So it's time for the final rose ceremony. And Casey and Vienna, you're out. Anybody want cake? Vienna blamed Casey at the end too. She was all like, it's all your fault. You broke my perfect rose record. It's ruined. Alright, so it's time for the reunion. Always a plus on Bachelor whatever. Was the audience drunk? Probably, because I think that's the only way that they got them in there, because they were a little bit too happy for the show, because it's pretty much a stinker. They begin immediately with Ames and Jackie. Oh, Ames. They're not still together. I didn't realize that he dumped her, and she was totally busted up about the whole thing. They're two different people, Chris. It wasn't working. I'm really surprised. I thought if anybody was going to dump anybody, it was her going to be dumping him, but that goes to show you what I know. Hey, did you see William? Was he even on this show? Or did he just wander in with the crowd? They hardly showed him at all. Alright, so it's hot seat time. Jake was up first. I can't believe he said he didn't want the money, that he just wanted closure. How is it possible that he is one of America's favorite bachelors? Maybe America's favorite gay bachelor. They really should do a gay bachelor. He'll be the first gay bachelor on network TV. I think that would be awesome. So he's been described as a phony robot monster, and he says it's not true. Well, I beg to differ, Jake. But he said he came on the show because Vienna wasn't answering her emails, and this was the only way that he would be able to talk to her. Not even I believe that. Alright, and the whole punch him for America thing from Casey, that brought back good times, but then when Casey apologizes, my heart sank. Now who's gonna punch him for America? Alright, it's Casey's turn to sit in the hot seat. It's guard and protect time. Yeah, remember? Relationship instead of relationship. It's kind of true. I don't see those two lasting very long. In fact, Erica said that they should go back to the trailer park. Now, Casey has a speech impediment. Oh, I'm sorry. But it's not him up there on the show. That's someone else. Erica declares them A-OK. She took out her crystal gavel and said, I give my blessing. For the trailer park, I guess. All right, Blake was up next in the hot seat. Oh, Blakey. He admitted using Melissa, but he fell in love with Holly, so it all equals out. He kind of rhymes with snake. I'm going to have to agree with that one. Melissa blames her craziness on Blake. He made me that way. I think you were crazy way before he came along. So Blake and Holly are in love, and I have to say I'm pretty shocked. She's planning to move to South Carolina because he just bought a practice there. He can't move. And they're actually engaged. They showed the tape. The telltale giveaway, though, was when he opened up that little Cracker Jack box and it said Lane on it. That is the sponsor of the show. So either he got a deal on the ring or they gave him the ring in exchange for doing the proposal on tape. Which makes me think this probably isn't a good idea. But when they trotted out the finalists, we find out that Michael didn't know, and he found out just then with Holly sitting next to him. Awkward! Graham and Michelle, are they together? Maybe. I don't know. It really wasn't obvious, although he did fly out for her dad's funeral, and they've been together sometimes, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens a few weeks down the road. Questions time. Basically, they asked about like 2.5 questions. Michelle and Graham apparently have charity plans for the money. Holly and Michael, they won the competition, so they don't need to give any reasons. But no one deserves the money, okay, guys? They're all just really blessed to be there. Alright, it was a close vote, but Holly and Michael end up pulling it out. So now it comes down to the keep or share thing. If they both write keep, they don't get the money. If one of them writes keep, the person who writes keep gets to keep the money. And if they write share, they split the money. Alright, so they both pick share. I saw that coming a mile away. So they each get $125,000. But the most exciting news of all is the new Bachelor. Alright. When he was on Ashley's season, I thought he talked way too much. I liked him as a person, but he was totally wrong for Ashley. So hopefully we'll get some chick with brains in there who likes to hear people talk. And Ben F., I think it was Ben F., will have a nice wife for himself. So I'm kind of happy that the caveman winemaker's back. I think it's going to be a very interesting season. It's been a long time since I've been interested in, really excited about a Bachelor. So this one's going to be refreshing, a refreshing change, just like a glass of old Pinot. All right, kids, till next season. Much love.